You guys won't believe it. You won't believe it.
I told him I think I was waiting for it. So. That's why you're playing with me. It was like, oh no.
Hey, Russ, you're just a couple of days shy of your 37th birthday. Just how crazy is it that you're still able to do what you did tonight, come in and just take over a game and post another triple-double?
I mean, honestly, it's just a blessing, to be honest, man. I don't take this game, the opportunity to be able to go out and compete for granted. So I'm just super grateful and thankful to be able to go out and still compete.
Russ, why has this fit with the Kings been so seamless for you?
Preparation. I was able to prepare myself for whenever I was able to get a call in. Not just that, the Kings has welcomed me with open arms, and my job is to be able to find ways to adapt and find a way to help this team any way I can, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Russ, Malik was just up here, and he talked about you being, 37. He said he wanted to know all the secrets and everything. Is there anything you could share with us that why you still going?
Share? Nothing to share. But I think for me, I take good care of my body. I take the game very seriously. I take my opportunities seriously. And as long as God continues to give me an opportunity to go out and compete, I'm going to give everything I have.
Russ, back here. Just that fourth quarter, I mean, I know Dennis had his struggles shooting the ball, but you were able to kind of get him going there.
Yeah.
What did you see in that fourth quarter?
Picked up confidence. We have so many guys on this team that can make shots, can make plays, and that's the unique part about our roster. I think that once we figure that out, we started off a little slow, but I think second half was way better than the first from an intensity defensively standpoint. We have so many weapons, got to utilize them, from the start to finish.
And your career high in boards is 21. I mean, that's a while ago, but here's 16 tonight. Just what's kind of your secret in being able to kind of impact plays like that?
Oh man, humbly speaking, I'm the best rebounding guard ever. So when the ball come across the rim, I'm gonna get it.
How much do you feel like this team kind of needed the mental edge?
It's needed, every night. Teams are getting better. Teams are loading up. Every night is a dogfight. We have our schedule is pretty rough right now, but I do think if we knuckle up, compete at a high level, and that's something that I want to bring as a part of my leadership and making sure that, us as Kings, we come out and compete at the highest level and we can live with the result at the end of the game.
Kind of rumored to potentially be coming here for a long time this summer. When did you kind of circle this spot as, somewhere that could potentially use you?
Yeah, I was just waiting, to be honest. Never kind of knew what was going to happen. I was, like I said earlier, I just was preparing for whatever, working out, making sure that I was in shape, making sure that I was prepared to come in right away and impact a team on a positive note.
18 in that third quarter, 18 points in the paint and 18 free throw attempts. How key is that to your guys' game and what was working well there?
It's very important, man. We gotta. We knew that they didn't have any shot blockers in the paint, and we made an emphasis coming out of halftime that we're going to attack the paint, get downhill, be aggressive, and I thought we did a good job of setting the tone and the pace of the game from the third quarter on.
Russell, on the road, Coach Christie said, anything that he asks of you, you do it.
Yep.
No problem. The job is done. It's
Yep.
done deal. What has it been like that, working under his guidance and helping him out?
Coach Christie's been done an amazing job. Obviously, first-time head coach, but his intensity, his awareness, his understanding of being able to have played the game and understand that allows you to be able to have conversations. His door is always open. And since I've been in this league, I've always made sure whatever is asking me, I do it at the highest level, regardless of if I like it or not. Whatever coach asks me, I get on the floor. Whatever position I need to play, I'll do it. Whatever it is that's for the betterment of the team, I'll make sure I do it.
Hey, Russ. After some uncertainty that you faced over the summer,
Yeah.
how much vindication or validation or whatever word you want to put on that. Do you feel, after a performance like this?
Honestly, I don't feel nothing. Because to be honest, like I don't live up to anybody else's expectation that they put on me. I have my own personal goals and aspirations and things I want to do. So to be honest, I have nothing. I know what I'm capable of doing when given the opportunity. And now my job is to go out there and do it.
You said, greatest rebounding point guard ever. I'm curious who, when you feel like you claim that title and who in history you feel like is like kind of up there with you.
When do I feel like I claim it? Yeah. I don't know. What does the stats say? Oh. You're number one. Oh. 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 Honestly, I didn't even know that it was tonight. I need to get that game ball. Can somebody get it for me? Okay, cool. I need that.
Russ, on the defensive end, Kuminga had 17 points in the first half with 6 of 9 from the field. Second half, you guys holding to 7 points, 2 of 9 from the field. What did you notice defensively that you and your teammates did to slow him down?
Just being more aggressive with him. We gave him too much space in the first half. He got some easy ones. We kept him in front of us, made him shoot some tough shots, made him, have to play a little bit more. Not as easy it looks for him. All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you. Mike. Upstairs. Thank you.
guys hated it. Maybe that was the buddy.
How y'all doing? What you got? What you got?
Doug, watching Russell Westbrook work out there, just how crazy is it that, I mean, he's almost 37, he's out there flying around, getting 16 rebounds, putting up a triple-double, and leading your team to a win?
You know, Russ is first, he's a Hall of Famer, an incredible talent, but the passion and the desire that he plays with is crazy. That's really what the game is about. It's about a kid's game that you still play with that type of effort, energy, and enthusiasm. It's beautiful to watch.
How big do you think was the 30 points off the turnovers tonight? It felt like you guys were energized, active by it. How pivotal was that for y'all?
I thought it was really big because there's moments in a game where you might struggle to try to find offense in different things. If you get live ball turnovers, you can get downhill, and just making sure that you're getting a shot on goal and trying to finish is huge. And for us to be able to do that in a game like this was big. Those are 30 huge points that you're not always going to chalk up in a stat sheet.
In that third quarter, I think it's 18 points in the paint for you guys, also 18 trips to the free throw line. Was that something that you talked to them about, being aggressive at halftime, and how key was that?
Yeah, at halftime, just let them go out really early. I was just like, yo, get warm. Historically, that has not been something that we've done in the third quarter. It's had a really good quarter, but the aggressiveness, the downhill nature, you get some fouls, you get in the penalty, and all of a sudden when you're in a bonus, then that's how you either come back in a game or that's how you solidify a game if you have the lead. And I thought that it was really big time the way they went about their business.
Doug, Zach said recently that it was crazy that Russ went unsigned like all summer until you guys were able to get him. What does this performance say about, where he's at in year 18 and just how able he still is to play this game at a high level?
You see media and all these different things about Russ, and for me, none of that's true. So people say a lot of different things. Is he extremely passionate? Yes. Basketball is a game of mistakes. We all make them. So, but give me a guy that leans on putting his foot on the gas and getting after it, as opposed to somebody that you got to turn up and try to coax into giving you more. He gives you everything that he has, and that's what you want.
Coach Christie, Dennis Schroeder, your point guard, hit some big shots down there in the stretch. Can you talk a little bit about what he's doing?
Dennis is spectacular, man. I first of all, I love the fact that he just was aggressive. I tell him rejects, downhill. He is quick. He gets to the basket, finishes. And to their credit, they changed some of his shots, but he did not stop. And that's really what we want out of him. We want them to understand, meaning the opposition, that you got a problem in front of you, because at any second he can go. And then the three started falling. All of a sudden, his game, like the fourth quarter, late third, like all of a sudden he kept us stabilized. And that's the Dennis Schroeder that I've watched, that I love, that I respect, that we brought here for the reason of being a leader of this team. And make no mistake about it, he is the floor general, and we want him to keep his foot on the gas, keep everybody accountable, and be the guy that we know that he is.
Couple for you, Doug. First one defensively. Kuminga, 17 points, 6 of 9 from the field in the first half, then just 7 points, 2 of 9 in the second half. What do you make of the adjustments that the guys made on defending him?
There's a physicality, obviously, that Kuminga that he has and that he brings. I thought that, when he got his fourth, that probably slowed him down a little bit, and then I think he may even subbed out. But, he is a fantastic talent. I mean, he can do so many different things on the floor at 6'9", and uber athletic and all those things. And early on, he was obviously demonstrating all of that. But the physicality, Russ was tagged with dealing with him. There was a couple times Dennis guarded him in the post and stood his ground, and that's what we want. And like, did he score? I think maybe once. Yeah, he did. But I think Dennis also got a steal. Just that type of physicality and effort is what it's about to guard a player that's like that.
And then shorthanded, both Neek and Max giving you some of the best minutes they've given so far as rookies. What'd you make of their performances?
Neek, just, man, he's a talent, man. His aggressiveness, he's not scared. He's gonna come in the game, and he's starting against a team that's multiple-time world champions, and he just goes out there and he's about his business. I always tell him to let the defense lead your game. But he has so many different components that allows him to contribute to the game. And then Max, big block, rebounds, and those are the things that, we've talked to him about, like, for you to contribute at this level, one of the things is you got to be physical. You got to go get the ball and make sure when it's coming off that board that you put two hands on it and you're fighting for it. And I have the utmost respect that the kid played. He played really hard tonight, and I was really, really pleased with his effort.
Hi, Doug. Given the way, Malik had just said, given the way that you guys have been starting games the past couple seasons, Russ's presence has kind of helped in terms of energy. What have you kind of seen from Russ as a starter, and is that a role that you'd consider for him moving forward, even when players come back?
Once players come back, I think, we brought Russ in to be the backup point guard, but he has so many gifts. It's like, he played the four. So he's going to play all over the floor because of his physicality, his downhill nature. He rebounds the basketball at a high level. But I think when we're fully healthy, he even makes us better because Russell Westbrook playing against second unit players is like, it's a cheat code. So, but he's going to find his way into closing games to every aspect of what it is for us to be a winning basketball team because he's a winning basketball player. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.